breaking news just hit and your position is getting crushed. Do you have a hotkey that gets you out instantly, or are you fumbling with your mouse while your P&L bleeds? This exact scenario is why hotkeys might be the most underrated edge in trading. I'm Lance, and as someone who beat Wall Street making over $100 million in verified trading profits, I am done trading my health for wealth. So I'm here sharing with you how I think about hotkeys. Hotkeys help you execute your edge with less friction, less hesitation, and fewer errors. Hotkeys reduce the time between decision and action. They standardize your execution, and in fast-moving stocks, like those moving on fresh breaking news, execution might be the difference between cutting your losses quickly or blowing up. The beauty of perfecting this part of your trading is that it is often a one-time investment of effort that will pay dividends for the rest of your career in every single trade that you make. At the simplest level, hotkeys are keyboard shortcuts that trigger an action. Most of us are familiar with Control-C and Control-V for copy-paste, yet we haven't taken the time to create similar hotkeys for our trading. These hotkeys can help us more efficiently and effectively execute common trading actions: sending orders, canceling orders, modifying order routing, changing share size, setting stops, and more. You can do just about anything with a hotkey. Here's a fun fact. At Trillium, I didn't even use my mouse. And that is true for most traders there. Everything was optimized so that I could type up tickers, assess the chart, execute any trade, all without touching a mouse, because they're just way too slow to use. When I create hotkeys, I'm focused on two variables: how frequently I'm taking an action, as well as how critical speed is to that action. What do I mean by that? Buying 1,000 shares, a few cents through the offer, is an action we are likely doing very, very frequently. Because it is a frequent action, we want a hotkey. For me, given how common this order was, I would use Shift-G, which is a super easy key combination to access given the standard typing position for our hands, and my default tier size was set to 1,000 shares. So Shift-G would queue up an order to buy one tier, 3 cents through the offer. Similarly, Shift-H was my key to queue up an order to sell one tier, 3 cents through the bid. On the other hand, there might also be actions that aren't as frequent, but they're critical for speed. For example, what happens if breaking news comes out against your position? Do you have a hotkey that aggressively and immediately gets you out of that position? That is an example of what you'd want a hotkey for because of its critical importance in protecting you and your P&L. Do you have a key that aggressively initiates a position for you? As an example of this, I would use the Shift-V key combo to immediately send a 3 times tier buy order 3% through the offer, and the Shift-N key combo to immediately send a 3 times tier sell order 3% through the bid. This was always used in quick-moving stocks where I knew I wanted liquidity. To figure out examples of hotkeys that work for you, the first step is reflection. Traders should reflect on what the most common actions are in their trading. Not what's theoretically important, but what you actually do to execute trades. What are the top actions you repeat? Perhaps most of the time you are using 1,000 share positions, or perhaps you are taking the offer or hitting the bid. Or maybe all of your orders tend to be hidden orders or directed to a certain venue. This is where recording your trading can be critical. We often think we are so efficient in executing our positions. Often a video recording of our trading proves us to be far less efficient with our keystrokes and actions than we could have ever imagined. The easiest way to do this is to then look back at your last 2 weeks of trading and audit your executions. Where did you lose precious time? Where did you hesitate? And where did you have some fat finger mistakes? Where did you fail to cut your trade because the close position action was too slow? Your hotkeys should be designed to solve those exact failure points. Once you've made a list of all the actions you're taking, you'll want to first find the highest frequency, highest consequence actions. Those actions deserve the cleanest, simplest, and most reliable hotkeys. Everything else is secondary. For most active traders, the high frequency, high consequence list tends to include limit buy orders through the offer, and limit sell orders through the bid for a defined share size, keys to close your whole position, and keys to quickly place bids below the market or offers above the market, keys to cancel all open orders, and keys to quickly place your stop limit orders for your positions. If you do any kind of systematic scaling into and out of positions, you might want hotkeys for sell 25% of your position, sell 50%, or sell all 100% of your position. And the same for taking covers on your shorts. You would be dumbfounded by how many traders always use a 1,000 share order, yet their order entry default queues up at 100 shares every single time. Or they direct most of their orders to a specific venue, yet their orders don't default to that venue. They find themselves toggling and toggling literally every single order they place. It is insanity. Now here is another concept that is critical as you implement this advice. You want to make sure that the hotkey combinations are as convenient as possible. As a general rule, all of my buy orders would default to a hotkey combination using my left hand, and all of my sell hotkeys would default to a combination of keys using my right hand. Remember how before I gave you an example of Shift G and Shift H, as well as Shift V and Shift N? Notice how the buy versions of those keys utilize the left hand, and the sell version of those keys utilize the right. Additionally, you want to try to keep these as standardized and simple as possible. For example, all of my closing orders would use a combination of keys with the control button to initiate the order, whereas to open a position, this would be a combination of keys with something like Shift. For example, one of the easiest key combinations you can ever use is Shift F and Shift J, because of how your hands are positioned on the keyboard. As a result, those hotkeys were some of my most common buy and sell orders. Meanwhile, much like the mistake made in Eurotrip of using a safe word that was insanely hard to remember and pronounce in the moment, safe word. You don't want your closed position hotkey to be something like Control F1 Alt / ZZZ47 that then prompts an audio confirmation and a call from your broker before you can even close out any position. You want hotkeys that you can hit without looking, without stretching your fingers, and without crossing your hands. Additionally, well-planned hotkeys are also an essential part of risk management. You want a set of hotkeys that minimizes accidental orders or fat finger mistakes. By standardizing these, it prevents the amount of manual input you need to do in order to get the right price and share size for your order. If you do happen to have some massive order hotkeys, you want to make those be hotkeys that you cannot accidentally trigger. For example, my hotkeys for the biggest size orders would often involve a combination of me pressing Control and Shift, which almost never would happen accidentally. And then they would require a final input of me pressing Enter to fire them off. If a hotkey is higher risk, it will require me to press Enter, whereas those that are low risk will be hot and trigger automatically upon pressing of the key. Now let's talk about the process of building the hotkey system. Do not do it all at once. The biggest mistake traders make is creating a complicated hotkey map that they don't truly learn. Start with a minimum viable set, the 5 to 10 actions you use constantly. Run that for 2 weeks. Once those have become second nature, then you can iterate on new ones. Your hotkeys should evolve the same way your playbook evolves. Add complexity only when the basics are automatic. A practical framework is to start to organize hotkeys into 5 buckets. Bucket 1 is entry hotkeys, bucket 2 is exit hotkeys, and bucket 3 are order specifics like those for refreshers, hidden orders, or good till canceled qualifiers. Bucket 4 is risk management, stop placement, canceling orders, closing all positions at once, and more. The 5th bucket are for hotkeys that make your life easier, such as pulling up a certain chart or changing the chart time frame, or pulling up a web browser or AI agent. At Trillium, I was so dialed in for speed. I had hotkeys that would help me pull up specific pieces of information on a company, like its market cap or where the company is domiciled. In today's modern time, you can even have hotkeys to pull up an AI agent to more quickly query ChatGPT about a piece of news or a certain catalyst. I discuss how to do that in this video. I've seen traders use programming and vibe coding to come up with some incredibly ingenious hotkeys. Many traders know that I use a system often based on prior bar highs and prior bar lows. Traders that I've mentored who follow my same system have created hotkeys that will initiate their position at those levels or automatically put their stop at those exit levels. This allows them to trade so much more efficiently and also more positions at once. The possibilities are truly endless for how to optimize your trading. For many traders though, the most sensical hotkeys will be specific to you and your style. Scalpers will have far different hotkeys than someone that is a daily swing trader. Similarly, someone who trades breaking news is going to need a whole different set of hotkeys than someone that is scalping or trading opening and closing imbalances. This is the hard work that individuals need to carve out and reflect on for themselves. That being said, if you want to see what my actual hotkeys were like, I'm going to be making a separate video as part of my trading course that details the exact hotkeys I would use to execute as efficiently and effectively as possible. My trading course is used by some of the best trading firms in the world, and if they can find value in it, I would imagine you can too. The link is pinned in the comments. You'll also need to make sure you are making these hotkeys in a safe environment and rolling them out gradually. Oftentimes, it can be smart to test any hotkey changes in demo mode first. You want to verify that the key is doing what you think it should be doing, and obviously start with very small size just in case you make a mistake. Once you verify that the hotkeys are behaving correctly, you can implement it into your live trading. But keep in mind, it does take time to adapt these habits. You do not want to do too many changes all at once. But once you make these a habit, I promise you, this is some of the lowest and easiest hanging fruit for most traders that adds up big over time. The takeaway is simple. Hotkeys are not just for gamers. They reduce friction, standardize your process, and protect you under stress. But the way you optimize them is not by copying someone else's map. You optimize them by reflecting on what you actually do most often, and then building an essential set of hotkeys that makes your executions and daily actions seamless. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.